A circular saw is an electric-powered saw that uses a tooth blade using a rotary motion. Circular saws were invented in the late 18th century and were commonly used in sawmills in the United States by the middle of the 19th century, and found frequently in most woodshops and homes for projects today. A circular saw is a tool for cutting many materials, such as wood, masonry, plastic, metal, and on occasion, the human body.
All right, we got some good comments for some stories on talkmurder.com. A lot of requests.
Yeah.
Really appreciate all the requests that are coming in. Erica said, funny, this is about the Grant Amato case, the one that was the Bulgarian sex model.
Oh, yeah.
Funny because I listened to this episode a few weeks ago and my DVR just recorded an episode on killer cases on A&E about this.
Oh.
The life of being a crime nut. This is what she said. She's a crime nut.
Oh, got it.
This kid is a creepo. You can tell by his eyes.
Oh, and you know what just came out on Netflix? John's like, I didn't even plan this, about the yellow raincoat.
The raincoat killer, yes.
Linda posted on the Tatsuya case, I have a possible story that no one else is covering.
Ooh.
And John's my favorite, but you spelled my name wrong. I don't have an H in my name, but I'll still take it. John's my favorite. So are the ladies. That you can only pick one.
No, it's fine. We'll accept that.
Marty says about Laughing Jack. This was on that episode. He commented, I know 80% of the audience is female. Probably more than that, dude. Probably a 90. I'd imagine 90% at least. I know 80% of the audience is female, but the period discussion at the start of the episode was more gross than most of the murders covered. Then he says, Nicole must have been filling her drinks because the, quote, fucks were flowing. She was saying, I guess she said the F word a lot. Danielle says, I love you guys. You cover stories that No Crime Podcast don't. I told you I did. Who was that told me I didn't? All right.
I think it was a Nikki or a Nicole. I think I remember the name.
Let me see. She has some.
No.
She has a few submissions. Borderline shooting. A lot of California stuff.
Ooh, maybe she's in California.
A lot of like Compton type stuff. No, I shouldn't say that because I don't know where any of these places are. Thousand Oaks. There's a school shooting in Saugus, California, another Thousand Oaks one, and then Acton, California. Keep up the good work. Sweet.
Thanks, Danielle.
You know, I really didn't think you were gonna put all of the menstruation stuff in the episodes. I thought that was really a Patreon only conversation. But
let me see. Bria says, I'm a special ed teacher who specializes in teaching autism spectrum disorder students, so I wanted to chime in. Y'all made comments about not knowing if a nonverbal child could never make a sound. There are nonverbal children that can make sounds and some that can echo word sounds.
Okay.
While some never can make sounds. John asked if she could say mama or dada. Dada. Yes. I've never had a kid. Mama or dada, and some can echo those sounds while still being diagnosed as nonverbal. This pulled at my heartstrings since this is my favorite population to work with.
Aw.
Well, thank you, Bria, for clearing that up.
Yeah, I think we were chatting with one of our Patreon members who has a nonverbal. I think that's what she was.
Amber says about the Grant Amato case, and this is wrong. How are you going to leave out the details on this? He had his mom's head cooking on the stove. No, he didn't. We have a picture of his mom dead at the desk. What the fuck?
Well,
he had the heat news turned on high to quicken the speed. What are you talking about? Holy shit. That is not what happened. Cool. And people are just saying, love this, all this stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Anyway.
Cool.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys, for your feedback.
And we do have a new taco to welcome to the ranks today. Tehran.
Yay.
Thanks,
right.
Tehran. Appreciate.
Tehran. How do you spell that?
Terron.
Terron. Tehran. I never heard that name before. Nice.
Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
It's a male, right? Or female?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Welcome, Tehran.
And we've got a few surprise shot dedications to choose from today. So plan some catch up. We can... we already do Katie? Katie. Here, this one's for Katie.
Okay.
Oh, Katie. Shit. Yeah, I'm dressing up as Jen this year. That's why I'm making these jokes.
Oh. You're missing your messy bun on top of your head.
Oh, shit.
Okay, Katie. Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise. I don't know what that was.
That's pretty good.
What was it?
That was the pumpkin pie and butterscotch.
I knew I tasted butterscotch, but I wasn't sure. Pumpkin pie.
It tastes like a Worthworthers.
A Werther's. That's just a battle we're just not going to win, Nicole.
Nope. Kind of like cement.
Or poems.
Today is New Hallows Eve.
And we are drinking a concoction that I made up.
Concoct. Shun.
It is.
Shun the
I'm
cock.
going to call it the caramel apple.
It does. There definitely is a hint of caramel in there.
And it is bourbon, butterscotch, Angry Orchard, and a little apple cider.
It is tasty.
Guys, we're also on live chat. Get on live chat. We're about to get drunk. We got some great episodes today. One international fucking crazy ass case. Never thought I would see someone use this as a murder weapon. It's the first time in history. And we're also going to Louisville, Kentucky. And that's all I'm going to say about that one. And that one's a crazy case, too. Crazy. Anyway.
Okay.
But tonight we are starting this story internationally. So, try to guess where that is.
The UK.
Looks a little cold to be in the UK.
No.
Germany.
Russia.
Yeah, there you go. Rushka. Bring me some vodka. What was that? What was I watching? And it was... This dude was just, I don't know. Russians drink vodka, and that's not a stereotype. That is literally what they do.
Did you know that there is a vodka belt, actually? It was International Vodka Day a couple weeks ago, so I've got some vodka facts.
Vodka facts. Nicole's podcast, plugging a pod.
I believe it started actually in Poland, but popularized in Russia, and it's like apparently like the purest form of alcohol you can...
Vodka?
You can drink. Yeah.
I love vodka.
There's a vodka belt? What do you mean?
It's like where the majority of vodka is made.
Oh, I thought you meant that people walked around with vodka on their hips.
What a great utility belt that would be, though.
Yeah, I mean,
like
if it was tequila, then yes, but...
Pew, pew. Like taking shots and taking them out of your
I'm
mouth.
going to get myself one of those. I'll figure out a way to make one.
I mean, you just need like one of those handyman belts, you know,
Yeah.
or you know, like for westerns where they instead of
Like a holster.
holster, yeah,
Pister holster.
pistol.
You said pister.
No,
I
she
said
didn't.
pistol.
You said pister.
No, I didn't.
You're about to piss her off.
And you can just put like little bottles of tequila in there.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
I should have done that for Halloween.
Or you can get water guns and fill them with tequila.
That's one of my party tricks.
To fill water guns with tequila?
Well, you find like, well, not necessarily water guns, but like you like spray bottles and you put liquor and you walk up to people and go
Oh, I will say.
You shoot it in their eye?
in their
That's
mouth.
fucked.
So when I was a senior in college, they did themed parties every for countdown to graduation. So like the 100-day countdown, 50-day countdown, whatever. And one of them, the theme was S's for senior. So everyone would dress up in something that began with an S.
What did you dress up as?
Scuba
A
Steve.
slut. Oh. I thought that was just what everyone's thinking.
I would have dressed up. Guess what I would have dressed up as?
What?
I'm a snake.
So I dressed up as Scuba Steve, and I had like a mask and snorkel, and I made a like an oxygen tank out of a 2-liter bottle of soda, and I like just taped around it, and I think I put a couple 2 bottles of wine in there, and I had bought like a fish, like tubing. And put it in through my snorkel. So I very sneakily had wine through my snorkel, and I just have to take a little sip from my straw. It was fucking brilliant.
That's awesome.
It was so great.
Coral's on live chat. Hey, Coral, what's up?
Hey, Coral.
Hey, Coral.
Guys, if you're new here, this is the Talk Murder to Me podcast. I put all my photos, videos, and sources on talkmurder.com. This is episode 274. 274. And I actually have some photos that if you have a non-weak stomach, you're not a pussy, then you might want to see these photos. They're pretty graphic.
What happens if you are a pussy?
This is in Russia. This is the same place where the 3 guys and 3 guys, 1 hammer.
Yeah.
Which wifey likes to masturbate to, apparently. So this is a Russia story. So what do we know about Russian stories? They're all fucking crazy, man. They just do it they go way too far with the brutality.
Well, it's a they see brutal things from the government,
They're very strong people. I would say
like physically?
Well, also I don't know. Do you know what I mean by that?
Oh, and Americans are just weak?
Of
I didn't say that.
Of spirit or physically?
I don't even know, honestly, what I meant
the hell?
by that.
What do you mean?
I don't. Just you think of Russia, so you're like,
I would think
aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah, because they're always drunk. But I would like the. Shit. They are. Fuck.
They're all drunk with vodka all the time.
The strong. If you think of someone strong, I would think like those Norse dudes.
Oh yeah, like the Vikings.
Yeah,
I
Vikings.
I will say,
like the strongest guy in the world. His name is Thor, right? That's his. What's his name? He was on that movie. He's the
Chris
strongest.
Hemsworth?
No, yeah, Chris Hemsworth is the strongest guy in the world. Are you fucking kidding me?
That is Thor. I'm fucking confused.
No, Thor. The guy's name is Thor, like his actual name, and he comes from fucking Viking boats and shit.
I don't know any Thors.
He can lift like 1,000-something pounds.
Are you talking about the guy that was on Game of Thrones?
Yes, that guy. Not Mountain. I've never seen the Games of Thrones.
Well, you're missing out. So.
But you guys should watch Squidward. What is it? Squidward.
Squid Games.
Squid Games.
All right. This is where we're going to right now. If you're in live chat, you can see this. If not, go to talkmurder.com. Talkmurder.com, I'll put all these photos on there. This is Moscow. You can tell by the people wobbling around, stumbling all over the place.
Well, they're standing still right now.
Bottles breaking all over. I'm just kidding. All right. So this is a school. We're actually at the Western Complex of Continuous Education on Street.
Sorry, what?
On G Street.
Гвардейская стрит.
Cool.
Gvardeskaya Street in Moscow. We're going to Wednesday morning. This is November 1st, 2017. Look at this guy. Tell me about this guy right here.
He's wearing
Is he a good looking guy?
he looks young, like maybe 18.
Yeah, he is exactly 18.
He has long hair. It's like in a ponytail.
Oh,
No. Oh, yeah, I do see that.
Good call. I couldn't tell.
He is wearing a bandana.
A camo bandana.
Yeah, a camdana. Camo dana.
He has a saw, like a.
That's what I wanted you.
Oh, That's what that is.
That's what I wanted you to pick up on.
Oh boy, is this a Halloween episode? Is he dressing up as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
No,
Well, that's
he's
like
just
a table saw, isn't it?
Yeah.
he just
A circle
is
saw.
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The Russian Chainsaw
Look at that
Massacre.
fucking saw, man. You think he's going to use that to kill somebody with?
I mean, it's a little hard. Like, it's not a chainsaw; it's a circle saw, so it'd be a little, harder.
Not only that, but
you
it's
can't straight decapitate somebody with that.
Well, I mean, that's not
maybe
exact-
halfway.
Well, let me just say that is definitely a tool that
you can
I do not want to
definitely
own.
decapitate someone with that.
Look how thick the blade is to the.
you just got to
comes
keep
out.
pushing in, dude.
Yeah.
You got to keep pushing
All right,
it in.
All right, fair.
Let's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Condone that.
Condone what?
The fact that he can't cut it all
No
off.
American would ever try this. This is a Russian thing. You
I don't
don't kill
know.
people
I
with fucking
wouldn't-
table saws here in America.
Because
number one, you got to have that thing fucking plugged up. It's got to get electricity. So
Oh, good point. It's not gas. Yeah.
yeah, you don't have the mobility's not there. But yeah, that is the weapon that he decided to use.
Oh.
That fucking thing right
Wow.
there.
Interesting.
How fucking crazy is that shit? Using a circular saw.
Is he what body part are we talking about here?
Well, to kill someone, you have to cut the neck.
Is that what he did?
I mean, where else would you cut the arm?
you
but
can
that-
cut. You can
they'll
cut
just
his
bleed out.
Well, you can cut the femoral artery.
He actually uses two weapons tonight. The first one's a standard knife, and it's a very sharp knife. And I'm going to show you that. I'll put all these photos on talkmurder.com. We're going to that school, the continuous education school. So tell me about that. The Western Complex of Continuous Education. What does that usually mean in America when you hear continuous education?
Like
And-
post-grad degree?
No, it's not post-grad.
No,
This
it's
is
like-
actually a high school.
Oh.
Yeah, like secondary education, kind of.
Yeah,
Which is high school.
For bad boys, right? For bad kids. Yeah, that's what it's like. These are like work. They don't.
Technical school? Is it a technical
No,
school? Is that what you're
it's-
saying?
No, it's like when you don't do well in real public school, they send you to a work school where you learn a common trade, right? So wood cutting or whatever. We've covered one. They have them in America because that one school shooting we did, I think it was Thurston school shooting. That kid was actually going to one of these continuous education schools, and he was like 16.
Gotcha.
It's like you go there, and instead of learn about chemistry or whatever the hell, you learn about cutting wood and miter saws and shit like that. All right, who you're looking at now is Andrey Emelyannikov. Oh man, I think that was right. Andrey Emelyannikov.
I think you got it right the first time.
So he's there. He's got that table saw. He looks devious. He's got a toothpick in his mouth.
Yeah.
Now keep that photo in mind exactly, because this is of the day. This is of the murder day right here. And again, we're going to November 1st, 2017. This is a Wednesday morning. All right, can you describe this guy for us?
Like middle-aged, probably 40s, balding, white male, Russian.
Kind of buff, though. He looks
He has
broad.
chest hair, you can tell.
Yeah.
Coming through the
Lots
collar
of
of
chest
his,
hair.
Coming through the collar of his shirt.
Yeah, so this is Sergei Danilov. Now, he is the victim tonight. He is a former Army officer, and he is actually the teacher of Andrei. He is
Whoa.
the health and safety teacher, which is kind of ironic now that you think about it. That the health and safety teacher gets murdered. Now, this is not a well-known story, but it is kind of crazy because you saw this photo here of him, and this is of the day of the murder. So what do you think is going to happen?
He goes to class and then
Yeah,
after,
but he's taking a selfie here before the murder. So obviously he's going to take one after the murder, right?
Oh.
Well, why else would he do that? That's why this case is really, really famous, if you will. Not famous, but the victim, Sergei Danilov, is a 44-year-old former Army officer and a father of 3. So the children lose their father today. He has no idea that he's going to die. Sergei Danilov had no idea he was going to die. His Andrey may have known that he was going to do it on this specific date for an entire year. But we don't know that for sure. But I'm going to show you compelling evidence where that may have been the case.
Did I can't remember what you said the killer's name was, but did they not get along? Like, was he a hard teacher, or was the kid just kind of a jerk to him in school beforehand?
Yeah, that's a good question. So this is from a forum that Andrey was a part of when the media reached out to this forum. It's kind of like, I think it was a gaming forum, like he was big into online games. There was a disturbing comment that one of the gamers said, quote, "A couple of months ago, Andrey complained about his health and safety teacher, even saying that he would kill him sooner or later. But it is a common thing on our forum. Our guys often throw out threats to kill somebody, so we don't pay it any attention." End quote. What kind of forum is that? That's crazy. You asked if they didn't get along. Sergey, the teacher, was actually planning on expelling. He was actually filling out the expulsion paperwork for his student at the time. So for you guys on live chat, the next photo is pretty graphic. So here's your trigger warning. I'll put this photo on talkmore.com too. It's actually really hard to find the straight unedited, like, you know how they blur things out for the media and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I actually got the one that was posted by Andrey on his social media account. He posted the photos on his VK account.
What is VK?
It's like a Facebook.
Oh, but for Russian internet, perhaps?
Not Russian specifically, but for anything but America, basically. Because there's other countries besides America, apparently. I don't know. Fuck. First time I heard of it.
Now, I know you guys are not on social media, but I don't know if you heard anything about the new metaverse that Mark Zuckerberg is creating.
No.
Yeah, he's stupid as shit. He's just gonna rebrand Facebook Meta. I don't know.
It's something similar. They compared it to like that episode, the second episode of Black Mirror. Remember when they were like
the likes in real life?
Not the likes in real life. The one where there was like a character out there, like they were inside the room and like their character did everything.
He's trying to sell his stupid ass VR. But here's the thing about fucking Zuckerberg and his dumb ass, right? He's selling his VR. You try to buy his fucking VR on Amazon. You can't even fucking use it unless you have a Facebook account. Guess what? I don't want a Facebook account, motherfucker. I don't have Facebook. I don't want to be on Facebook. I got a fake account so I can get pictures and shit for crime scene photos, but that's it. No one wants a Facebook account anymore, man. Nobody. Everyone's getting off that shit. I'm telling you, as our kids grow up, they're going to be like, Facebook, are you fucking kidding me?
That's for old people.
Not only that, but why the fuck? You know?
I don't really understand how it works, how it's supposed to work. I was wondering if you guys had heard about it, but
I heard he was just going to rebrand it to Meta, but I don't know. All the same shit. I do want that virtual reality.
It's a little scary, though, that they're describing it as something related to Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Like, that should be a red flag right there.
Right.
Well, have you seen the guy, right? Mark Zuckerberg? He looks
the lizard
like a
people. Yeah.
He looks like a fucking android. Like he purposely gets this. He is a billionaire, and it looks like he gets his hair cut at fucking Supercuts, right? And but he's purposely trying to make himself look like a fucking robot. It's like, dude.
You know what? I'm sure his hoodies cost $300. Okay.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
now also just to kind of branch into that, since you brought up lizard people, another reason you should watch this new season of American Horror Stories because they go into the lizard people now.
Oh, do they?
No, Jen and all your American Horror Stories.
I love it. I'm sorry.
We're still on like the second episode of the first season. That's where we stopped.
That's right. I started rewatching it again too.
Guys, the next photo obviously is
Hang on, let me just take a quick swig here.
Oh, this ain't that bad. This is the teacher.
Whoa, why is there... can we discuss the gun?
Yeah, we're in Russia.
Is he like teaching them how to...
She's asking about the photo here with the... there's a... What is that? Is that that's like a PKM or some weird shit?
Jen and I are definitely not able to tell you what that is.
Yeah. And it's facing one of the students. The barrel is... This is
Real
fucking
safe.
Russia, dude. This is
He's teaching a safety course. Is he teaching them gun safety?
If he is, then the barrel should never be pointing someone, even if it's not loaded, man. That's just fucking... I'm just kidding.
Oh, dear.
Jesus. So this is the teacher now.
And he's got a knife. So did he not use the circle saw initially?
Not on the teacher, no.
Not on the teacher.
No, he uses that on someone else.
Oh, God.
But let me go back to his face right
That is
quick.
a lot of blood.
This is him, Sergei Danilov, and this is the selfies that Andrey posted on his VK account, which VK, I just saw this, stands for Vikantaki. Bukkake. No, the Japanese have Bukkake. They're BK.
Oh.
And then, yeah, they have Bukkake, and then the Russians have Vukantaki. Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose, I would get on Bukkake, but Jen's like, what? Just search what that is when you get
Nope.
home.
I'm all good. If you ever encourage me to look something up, you best know that I'm not going to look it up. I'll just wait until it comes
Not
up
after
again.
the Dutch rudder incident.
That was you. I didn't fall for that. That was you.
Quote, then he posed for several selfies, smirking and looking relaxed with a toothpick nonchalantly in his mouth. So there's him right there.
So that's another angle then.
That's
hang
a
on. It's
selfie.
not on the screen on the video.
This is so on this photo he's showing the knife by the teacher, saying that this is the knife he used. And I'm telling you, all these photos look fake.
Yeah.
But
That blood looks fake.
But they're not. I don't know if Russians have thicker blood or something, but all these pools of blood you're going to see look completely fake. But it's not. This is a real story. So this, look how thick it is. I don't know
Is this
why.
not? Is this a meat like?
Maybe because it's a colder environment.
Yeah, maybe. But it's all congealed. And a lot of people said it looked like CGI, especially the one photo I'm going to show you.
Well, even on his hand, like his hand is all bloody, but like it doesn't look like blood. It looks like paint.
You would think the vodka though would thin it, Sydney.
Yeah.
If it's
Sydney, I was going to say that, but I don't want to get yelled at. So you said that. She said it's all the vodka, which I thought about too, but they don't all just drink vodka all day long.
just half of them.
Look at this dude's blood, man. It's just fucking pulled up right in that one spot. Oh my God. It's fucking
And
crazy.
he didn't use the saw.
shit.
He just stabbed him.
Stabbed him. It looked like he stabbed him one time in the neck. Boom. One time in the neck. And he's smiling, smirking with a
What a
toothpick in his
sicko.
mouth.
Ugh.
Yeah. So now the photos got taken off, but someone always fucking captures these things really quick. Let's talk about this guy, Andrey. This is him right here. 18 years old. He was an avid gamer. And an online video game enthusiast. And a lot of the beliefs about this case is, oh my God, is online video games to blame for this? Because
Oh,
I've seen a
boy.
lot of that. I did see a lot of that, though. But he's 18 years old. He played one game regularly. In fact, if you look at his Facebook profile, he has the guy's picture. It is Walter Sullivan. If you've heard of that, then you've played Silent Hill 4, The Room. That's a great game, dude. Silent Hill. Dude, when I saw that he played this, I went and immediately looked up the soundtrack to Silent Hill. I always listen to it. Always listen to that soundtrack. The first one is amazing. Anyway, there's like a whole subculture with Silent Hill. They call it Silent Chill. It's like kind of lo-fi, creepy ass music. Y'all don't give a shit. All right. Walter Sullivan is this guy right here. This is his idol. This is who this guy's worshiping. Like for real, in real life. And this guy, let me tell you about him. He's the main antagonist for Silent Hill 4, The Room. He was an orphan raised at the Wish House, which the Wish House is like a cult. Now, this is all in a video game. Keep in mind. The Wish House is an orphanage in the town of Silent Hill. Have y'all seen the movie Silent Hill?
No.
Did we watch it? I don't know.
I don't know, but I've seen it a few times. The movie isn't, as good as it could have been. But here's the premise behind the first Silent Hill, because it's a cult classic. This guy goes to find his wife in this town called Silent Hill. Now, Silent Hill's been closed down. It's like one of those towns that are quarantined off because of there's under the earth. What do you call it? Like
underground.
No, it's not. It's underground fires. Underground fires, and there's all this soot that rains down like snow. So when you're playing the game, it's snowing, but that's really that ash stuff. So anyway, his wife goes up to Silent Hill for some reason, just runs away, says she's got to do something. He is on a mission to find her, but Silent Hill it's more of a psychological thriller. Anyway, I can spoil it because I don't think you guys will ever play it. The whole thing is like in his mind, right?
Oh, and like Secret Window.
It's really weird. Yes, and is it the daughter? I thought it was the wife.
The wife went looking for her daughter.
Yeah, you're right. And then what was it, Sydney? Like, they're looking for the daughter, and then you have the scene kept changing where it gets really dark, and that's when the demons come out. But anyway, you have this radio that was really creepy. If you look at the graphics now, you're like, wow, how is this scary? But when you're a fucking 11-year-old and that was the best graphics at the time, he had this little radio, and every time a monster would come close, it would start crackling like that. So you would fucking bolt. It's fun.
Anyway.
All right. Now, here's where they think that... Now, a lot of the online forum personnel and stuff like that believe that this guy, Andrey, was planning this murder for a long time. In fact, Andrey was using the hashtag on all of his social media accounts, and that hashtag was 11117. So 4 ones and 17. And he's been using that for nearly a year. And if you look at that hashtag 111 4 ones, 11117, that's November 1st, 2017, which is the day he killed this teacher. Now, if you want to go really crazy into it, and I'm going to show you, there's other things that link this whole thing together that I believe he was actually doing in his mind. Number one, there is, and I found this, I didn't see this anywhere, but I was searching the guy's name, Sergei Danilov. There is a Sergei Danilov in Chicago who is also a teacher. The reason that's important is because there's also a Chicago band named November's Doom.
Oh.
November's Doom was one of the songs, he played one of the songs, and I could not find out which one, because no one knew. The thing got deleted really quick. When he posted the video, which was like a selfie video, he had the background music of this band, a Chicago-based metal band called November's Doom. So I believe in his mind, he's linking all these things up together, right? To make this grand conspiracy, at least in his own mind, and then carrying this out, right? I do. And we'll get more into it, but it's not like a huge freaking conspiracy in the world, but it was in this guy. I think he wanted things to be linked up like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the November 1st, the November's Doom, you know? I mean, these are all pretty... I mean, he's been posting that hashtag. You guys are looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, it's making sense.
A commenter said, quote, Andrey committed this murder on November 1st, 2017. He began to write this number under his post in our group a while ago. Does it mean that he planned a murder long ago? The mother says about her son,
Andrey spent most of his time by the computer screen. He was a big fan of computer games, said his mother. A girl called Margarita said, we made friends online. He seemed to be a completely ordinary guy with a good sense of humor.
Just throwing this in there, I mean, I don't think games are to blame. You can't just blame shit for this stuff, right?
No.
Plus, these fucking video games are really fun.
They're a good time.
Mikhail, some Russian name, a psychologist and criminologist said, quote, computer games with shooting form and develop aggression, and people who are playing such a game, this guy is obviously old, and he does not play video games. So,
oh my God.
I'm just saying. His video games are fun. He was also in the process of translating this violent comic book called Bloodstain. It's an American magma comic book. I know what it's called. He was currently translating it into Russian.
Interesting.
So he was fluent in English.
I don't think so. No, I see people do that. They learn English that way. You know what I'm saying? That's how they learn English.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like that one fan who was learning English by listening to us.
Oh, yeah, that's
which is
right.
like the worst way to
The one
fucking do
from
it.
Brazil.
Oh, that's right.
It's like, if you want to learn English, once you learn English and then you figure out what we're saying, you're gonna be like, why the fuck did I waste my time on this shit? All right, I'm not going to get into the November's Doom. I was going to let you hear it. It's just a metal type of band. So, real quick, I want to see if you guys have ever heard of this. There is a social media challenge out there that
Oh, God.
that he was most likely involved in. It's called the Blue Whale Challenge.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. So, we were talking about Black Mirror. I feel like there will be an episode of Black Mirror that it's literally, if someone jumped off a cliff, would you? And it's like the challenge on social media. I feel like that is a future episode of Black Mirror to be made.
Why don't you submit it?
And maybe I should.
Or why don't we just make a challenge and put it on the internet?
Let's
See
not.
how many people fucking jump off a cliff. And where do you even find a fucking cliff these days?
Bridge, cliff. I don't know. What's the expression? I think it's
don't
bridge.
know, but that's exactly what I need for my education career. Is to be involved
But I'm just
in a
saying.
social media trend that tells people to jump off of things
I'm
to
just
their death.
saying that's how social media works.
This is a really interesting trend that I haven't heard of. It's called the Blue Whale.
Oh,
Does anyone want to guess what that is? The Blue Whale Challenge. And I'm going to read this. Actually, you can read it because I've been reading a lot.
Emelyannikov was apparently a participant in a, quote, sick social media death game called Blue Whale, which, quote, involves players completing 50 tasks, which includes disturbing acts such as watching horror movies and self-harming before working their way through the final task, which involves them committing suicide in some way.
Oh, why do I feel like I remember that? But I don't remember it being called Blue Whale.
So the Blue Whale Challenge. Now, this is Russian kids are doing this a lot.
Even now or back in 2017?
No, even now. This is an epidemic over there in Russia. Their suicide rate is through the fucking roof, and they all do this Blue Whale Challenge. So basically, it's a bucket list. 50 tasks. Yeah, what were you saying, Sydney? Like, what was your guess? To go try to spear a whale in the ocean? Because that's a fucking real challenge.
That's,
You wanna get
New Bedford
speared
was the
blue.
whaling capital.
Yeah, until y'all slaughtered all those innocent fucking animals. Y'all did. I'm just saying.
So did, like, everybody
Well,
else.
so the Japanese, they have a real problem with killing fucking whales over there in Japan. Like a real fucking problem. Anyway, the Blue Whale is a social media death game. Russians do this a lot. You have to be a depressed, suicidal teenager who is going to take your life anyway, and it's basically a 50-item bucket list. So one of the things on his bucket list, probably number 49, because what was number 50?
Suicide.
Suicide. He kills himself. And there's only 2 victims, so how do you think he kills himself?
With the circle saw.
With a circular saw, which explains why you don't need to go many places and you can still plug it up. You don't even need an extension cord. So that photo is next, by the way.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I got that real photo. It's pretty. It looks fake, but it's real. The social. So it's a 50 task social media game. Now I couldn't find the other tasks that he's completed. I couldn't. But we do know the 49th and 50th one. The 49th being to kill his teacher and father of 3 on a Wednesday morning at his school. And the next was to do this. This is the actual death photo. That he killed himself. He killed himself with a circular saw, and he almost cut his entire neck off, his head off. That's the body.
Oh, my gosh.
Does that not look fake?
It does.
Looks really fake, but that's real. Look at that. He got halfway through his neck with that circular saw. And you can see the bandana because, I saw on the forum, I was like, it looks fake. Well, what's on his head? That's the bandana he was wearing on his head. You remember?
Yeah.
The bandana and then his long hair. He takes that circular saw and he digs in there pretty good. I'm surprised he got that far.
I am too.
But that is him right there. That is the Blue Whale Challenge. Number 50 right there. I would imagine this number 50. I don't really know the other ones, but this photo right here, you can see the saw on the ground, and the saw is a few feet away from him, and I couldn't see the plug, but it's plugged up. And another thing about this, a lot of people were like, on the, where I found this, were like, there's a bunch of AK-47s in the back. Why didn't he shoot himself in the head?
Those may have not been real guns.
There you go. Those are actually fake. So this is a wood cutting class, which makes sense that there's a circular saw in there, right? Mm. So they are actually, for some reason, wood cutting AK-47s. It's crazy to me, Russian. But this photo looks extremely fake. But this is 100% real right here. This blood, I've never seen blood that looks like that, man. We've seen a lot of these photos, and this is fucking brutal, dude. Right here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all down his fucking chest. And like, what is this right here? This little, it's almost like watery blood. And then it's shining. It's just it's so thick. It's so fucking thick.
Well, this may have been a later police photo, so maybe it's.
Yeah, obviously this isn't him taking the fucking photo. He's dead, but.
Yeah, but maybe it's because it's later, the blood is, starting to dry up a little bit, and that's why it's thicker. I don't know. But that's how that story ends, man.
Wow.
Fucking crazy. Blue Whale Challenge. 49 and then 50.
That's fucked up.
God damn. Yeah, that's what I was... So Sydney on live chat asked about the blood, because the blood looks so fake almost. It's so thick. She asked if it's cold and the air is freezing. I thought of that too. I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of fucking death photos and never seen blood like that. Weird. Anyway, what do you guys think? Can we get this off the screen?
Please.
That'd be great. Thanks.
All right. Well, that's that story. So the next one, we're going to Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky.
We have driven through
Louisville, Kentucky.
When we were heading to Chicago.
That's right.
We're going to be listening to some rap music. Louisville, Kentucky.
They listen to rap music in Louisville, Kentucky?
Mm-hmm. Isn't that where that rapper Yellow Wolf is from?
I have never heard of a rapper called Yellow Wolf before, but...
Sure.
You never heard of him?
No.
Anyway, I'll let you hear him. But that's that story. This is episode 274. That was a story you've definitely never heard of. Happened in 2017. What's really interesting about this story is the Blue Whale Challenge. I've never heard of that in my life.
Yikes.
A challenge for suicidal teens. Fucking nuts.
I'm not surprised, though, that has happened.
It's a bucket list. So, I mean, you know how you have a bucket list if you get cancer or something. Yeah, that's what it means. So if you get like cancer or something, you got a year to live.
You don't kill yourself, though, on the bucket list.
But this one is for that.
Times.
But then I don't know where these fucking challenges come from, man. Fucking crazy.
Awful.
But anyway, hopefully he did something good with the rest of the things, Like, I mean...
I don't know if number 49 was to kill someone else. I feel like they're all awful things.
Yeah. No, I know. That's probably true. And that was the crazy story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.